guest.
You find out who her agent or manager is, and you telephone them to find out her itinerary. He's afraid of water, which is really weird in my opinion. So, no, because I don't advocate invading people's privacy.
You're okay, miss.
Rather than just sending out your resume like anyone else, you're doing creative, unusual things to get to the right people. Basically, I just got to know some people that worked with the White House press, talked them into inviting me to the party, and at the party I got to interview the president, and he had not interviewed with the press for 3 weeks.
Incompetent people surround me wherever I go.
Welcome to Uncommon Sense. Welcome to Uncommon Sense. My name is Charlotte Laws, and today we're going to be discussing cable news and the fairness doctrine, best cities to earn a living, breaching someone's private data on the internet, whether prostitution should be decriminalized, what to do about the costly California prison system, whether landlords should be required to take pets, the 2008 presidential election, polygamy, identity theft, eradicating the penny, and Munchausen syndrome, which is claiming to have cancer or another fatal illness in order to get sympathy. Currently, Los Angeles has slowed down price-wise. Increased traffic, problems with parking, buildings going up taller than currently allowed, trying to cram people into an area where already there is a difficulty with services and with quality of life issues. Many is 30 hours straight, 80 hours a week, only 4 days off per month. A huge increase in medical mistakes because of the fact that these interns and these residents work so many hours. And he broke in with a machine gun at like 2 in the morning. He broke down the front door, he broke down the bedroom door. And it's interesting to see what you do in a stressful situation. And one thing I do, I don't get panicky. I get out of bed, I see this machine gun pointing at Diana, right? And I said, well, I'm already up. I might as well go to the grocery store.
You say you can meet anybody you want?
I have a book called Meet the Stars. You always overdress when you're meeting a celebrity because it's easier to get past security.
Basically, the phone is like a love detector. So after you hang up the phone, you
get
a text message. And a full 25% of Americans say they don't even have one close friend. Do you remember Stanley Milgram, who was a Yale psychologist, and he had this test that we are not providing adequate medical care for prisoners, so we need to spend another $8 billion on that. But we spend right now about $14,000 per year on medical care per prisoner in the system.
$14,000 on...
Actually, alcohol shrinks the brain. And also because this particular bedroom is a loft. Some buyers want privacy, and they may say, this doesn't give me that privacy. I can't have someone downstairs watching television while I'm trying to go to sleep. And even though this is a ranch house, it's great to have a traditional feel because buyers love traditional. That's probably the #1 seller. It's beautiful. They did an excellent job. I love the cabinetry. $20,000 would be a smart decision. $30,000, I think, is a little bit too much. I also am concerned about the size. I want to make sure it's not too large because you don't want to encroach on the backyard.
She has met almost anybody who is anybody. Where celebrities are sure to gather, you can count on it, she'll be there.
Hey, Tinny, you're talking to Charlie.
And I was smiling, I was going, you know, just, and the guards were
Charlie
sitting.
doesn't think she's on at all.
They were staring at me. This was when he made his premiere appearance in Los Angeles. He was at the Universal Amphitheater. I don't give up. If you really want something in life, I don't believe you give up on it. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. That celebrities have very unusual hours, and I used to go out with celebrities who would go to bed at 8 or 9 in the morning, and they'd sleep all day.
Like 15 times more likely to find it in products today than in 1969. I know, but I said it's a little suspicious.
But your spouse isn't...
And there are apparently 104 university professors who want the drinking age to be lowered. That people think that everybody's either left or right, and that's it, and those are the only two viewpoints that really matter.
Right, those...
Of course, leaves out not only the independent viewpoint, of which 40% of this country identify as independents who are not right or left, but it also leaves out other viewpoints. But you can't just make more space and then expect the problem to go away. You really have to decrease the population, and that's why spay-neuter is key to ending the killing in the shelters. I'm your host, Charlotte Laws.
She's lived in the San Fernando Valley for 20 years.
And I understand that there's a logic in that, but at the same time, if you already have an area that's too congested, then it's not logical. It's no longer smart growth. It's not as intelligent as it originally may have seemed on paper. what they watch are Naked Americans, and they frankly are tired of looking at Naked Americans. There's going to be a moratorium on fast food restaurants in South LA. And
Hotel.
Yeah, I was asking Burt Reynolds to my junior senior prom. I had marriage proposals from stars. I don't think I would have had those had I,
Really? Who asked you to marry them?
Come see you back again. Thank you for coming.
my problem with the fairness doctrine is I think that there are more than two sides to an issue. An example would be like stem cell research, where the left may have their point of view and the right may have their point of view. And I, as an animal rights person, may say, oh, how is this going to affect animals? That's the discussion I want to have. That's not a discussion I'm going to hear on the news in general. My name is Charlotte Laws. I'm the founder and president of the Los Angeles Directors of Animal Welfare. This is Snowball. This is Shaggy. And do you think this is a step back for women, like so many people are asserting? Is that employers pay more money for health to provide health care for their female employees than they do their male employees. And I just wonder if it could skew salaries a bit, because employer thinks, oh, well, I'm paying X salary to this person, Y salary to that person, but the X person, the female, I have to pay more insurance, so therefore I don't want to give her the raise. There are actually 1 million people on the terrorist watch list.
Right.
Unfortunately, what a surprise, right? And I think that maybe you were already cast. I said, oh, that must be it. That's got to be it.
Oh, sure.
And so she said, you better hurry out to the set.
I wanted to live the lifestyle of the rich and famous. You know, you have to keep in mind that you have something to offer them too. And I want to help people make those fantasies come true.
We're a sanctuary city, and there are 25 cities in this country that are.
This is Good Day, LA.
I think that in the long run it's better for the child to be with the natural parents. I think there should be a transition period. I think there should be visitation. I don't even see why she can't have 4 parents per se. Two with custody. I found my birth parents in my late 20s.
You feel abandoned by them when they gave you up in the beginning?
No, I didn't. I've never had bad feelings towards them. If there's a celebrity going in, they usually have a few people around them, a little entourage. Just kind of jump in the entourage, walk right through the doors. Nobody says anything to you. No one's going to question a celebrity or a member of his entourage.
Hi, I'm Charlotte. A home is the biggest financial investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling it should be a positive experience. Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor. No-kill city is when you don't kill any animal that comes into the shelters unless they are in severe pain and they can't be remedied.
What the law is for.
I understand what they're doing, but in a way I feel like they're going overboard. Recently, there is a woman in Northern California who's actually suing her real estate agent because her property has declined in value. There's a real estate agent in Miami who's obviously going to lose his license and maybe go to jail, but what he's doing is he's finding these empty foreclosure houses and he's putting homeless people in the vacant houses.
Big events where there are 100 celebrities there. That's the type of place where there's tough security. That's the place to go.
The fair tax means you would abolish the IRS, and what you would do is you would have, basically it's a 30% tax, although some people will say it's a 23% tax. It comes by the year 2050 that we will be dating robots, marrying robots, and that we should be putting robots on the battlefield. I like it, but it has ghosts. I thought, oh my God, it has ghosts. And before, because we're almost out of time, is the internet. And
The internet's
such a small topic.
The
Because people are smart. They figured out the direct way to the consumer. It looks like we're out of time, but I want to thank you both for joining me today.
Sometimes it seems like the world is run by chimpanzees. Even though some of them might come with college degrees.
And I hope we brought some uncommon sense into your life. And I hope we brought some uncommon sense into your life. As you putter through your day, remember, everybody's wrong but me. And him, and him. See you next time.
Everybody's wrong but me.